We are, I believe we are live. I'm going to do a little double check and see if the Facebook world has been nice to us and allowed us. We are. Okay, awesome. We are here live. We had some fun tech issues getting in here, but I'm so excited to be joined with my incredible client, Erica. And Erica is amazing, incredible in so many ways, and such a gift to the world. But I'm going to turn it over to you, Erica, to share a little bit more about who you are, who you help, all the fun stuff, and then we'll jump into the rest. So share with the world.
Yeah, that's awesome. First of all, I'm super excited to be here. I just adore you. So, as you know, because I'm saying it all the time. But yeah, so my name's Erica Lester. I am a business consultant specializing in helping spiritual entrepreneurs really make a bigger global impact by growing their business in very grounded ways. A lot of my clients have, are visionaries and leaders, and they have a lot going on, and they're very connected, but they struggle a little bit with the more grounding that into reality and really being able to grow their business in a way that allows them to reach more people. So I do that by really helping them ground it in, right? Understanding what it takes to actually grow a global brand and a global business in a way that doesn't burn you out. So that's the business me.
That's the business of Erica, and I adore you as well. I always like to start with, can you share your big win right now? Because you did have a really fun big win.
Yes, I had a really big win. So when I joined, I was like, what's the fastest someone has like doubled their ROI? And you told me, and I was like, okay, well, I'm going to do it faster than that. So I think what I initially said was 3 weeks, 21 days. It actually took me 24 days. But I first of all, I totally pivoted what I was doing in my business. And then within 24 days, I actually signed a $60,000 client who paid her first payment of $10,000 on day 24. So there we are. And I've had a couple other booked in. I think I had a total of 3 booked in like within a few days. So yeah.
And I just want to commend you, because I think a lot of times this is the question that comes up for everyone, by the way, is like, how can I get my ROI as quickly as possible? And I am one of those people who I'm like, let's do it. Like, that's like the best challenge ever of let's get you the ROI. But also it comes from a place of like, when you understand how you create your own ROI, it gives you so much clarity and power. And you were ruthless about this in the best sense possible of being very like committed. You were like, I'm going to get this. You jumped in and you did it. And I commend you, because that's not always easy. And I tell people all the time, and I'm very upfront and honest, that like what I do with my clients is not easy. It's anything but easy. And I even remember you being like, it really isn't easy. Like it really is like stretching me and getting me to think in ways that you don't always think, right? And so I commend you for that, because I think that it's so powerful when we understand that it is going to be a stretch, something that's really going to push us and pull us in different ways that we didn't expect. But you took it like a champ and you jumped right in, and it's just incredible to see. So talk to us about what were you struggling with that ultimately led you to coming and deciding to work with me?
Yeah. So I've been in this business. This is actually my second business, but I've been in this business for about 4.5 years. And I've been a coach for about 4.5 years. And I was kind of about 6 months ago, I was like, I'm just burnt out. Like, yes, my clients were getting results, but I really was looking at like, how can I have a larger impact? And so I really doubled down on like business coaching. And mid-September, I started a launch for a new program I put together, and nothing was happening. Like, I was duplicating the things that I'd done before successfully, and nothing was happening. Like literally no conversations, no sales. Like it was crickets. And I was like, what is happening? And I realized through actually partially before I joined, but the beginning of this program, and really going into like what you do and like the questions that you were asking and the work that I was going through. And I realized like, oh my gosh, I don't want to be a business coach. Like I don't want to coach people anymore. I'm kind of over it. It's not, I have this huge skill set that I wasn't utilizing because it doesn't really fit with a coach client relationship. And so I had this like epiphany of like, this is why nothing's selling, because I don't want to deliver this. Like I have no desire to even do this work with people. And so of course that was the energy I was putting out there. And when I say that I, made that sale, I hadn't made a significant sale in my business for probably that entire 6 months of, because I was pivoting and I just was like, what is going on? You know,
Yeah.
because I've made money in my business
Yeah.
before, and it just was this thing where it's like, oh, well, this is not at all what I want to do. And so seeing that, having that epiphany in the program is really what kind of unlocked everything for me and got me excited about my business again.
Freaking love it. And I know we talked a little bit about this already, but like you even ended up increasing your prices and you came from a totally different standpoint. And I think that's one of the most powerful things that I even sometimes struggle with communicating to other people is that like we do all this business stuff, right? We do like messaging and positioning and like mechanisms and all these fun things. But ultimately, I think the part that is the most powerful is unlocking this piece of you that you don't always see for yourself and having someone else who can see it for you and bring it to light and support you and really being able to draw those pieces out is something that we just never expect and we never like prepare ourselves for, but it's also the most profound change that happens because messaging, positioning, all these things are amazing, but they only work if you are like deeply in a space of like, this is what I was meant for. And I know that that was the thing you came to me and you're like, being able to see myself as like all the things that I'm capable of doing is the most powerful thing. And I tell people, you are the power. It's me being able to support you and seeing what you have and what you can offer and what you're leaving behind that doesn't seem important enough. And like being able to have a way to see that is the change and that shift that really happens. So I love that you shared that because I do think it's such an important piece of it all as well. So
Yeah.
we're very early into our engagement. We like to be very
Yeah.
clear about that. We're very early into our
Yeah.
engagement.
I don't even think we've hit like 30 days yet. Maybe right around there. Yeah.
Fun. So tell me so far, how have we solved your problem the best? Like, what are you the most excited about that we've done so far in terms of the shifts that we've made?
In terms of the shifts that we've made, I think the thing I'm most excited about is exactly what we were just talking about. It's like, I am now so excited about my business and yeah, the like new clients and the money is great. Like the money is great, of course. Right. But the fact that I'm working with clients I adore that I actually get to get in and get my hands dirty and like help them build their businesses. And I have so much confidence in what I'm doing because I was doing exactly what you're saying, right? Is like, I was turning my back on 20 plus years of experience that most business coaches don't have and that I wasn't utilizing in that coach relationship that I now get to utilize. That's going to make a huge difference for my clients, right? And I get to see like in 12 months this new client that I signed, I know what her business is going to look like in 12 months. I mean, not the specifics obviously, but I have no doubt that she's going to get these results that we've been talking about, where when I was coaching people it was like, well, I'm coaching you, but now I have to just kind of lean back and trust you to go do the things, when a lot of my clients, what they struggle with is the implementation piece. So being able to support them, not in doing the work for them, but being able to support them in a way that they they have the teams and the support and the plans and the structure that allows them to really easily know what they're doing is super exciting for me because I know where it's going to go for them.
It like what you just said is everything, right? Like everyone hears me say this in my marketing all the time of like, we can't just expect people to trust us, right? We can't just say, oh, we're going to go through and like, I'm the magic, I'm the special sauce. And that's great. Like, I don't want to take away from that. But the truth of the matter is like understanding how you get your clients' results and being able to communicate and share that with others. Not only is it great for marketing, which we all know is amazing, incredible. It's good for you. It's good for them because you feel confident. You have a clear path. You know what you're doing. And it's not like having this structure that you can't break out of. It's because that's not what we're about, right? Where it's really about being clear in the understanding of what do I do? Like, what are my pieces that I know is going to create the results I want? Because then not only, again, are you creating incredible marketing around it, but now you're able to communicate that with her, have the clarity for yourself and the confidence for yourself, give that confidence and clarity to her. And with predictability, what you're able to do for your clients. So I freaking love that because that's literally, I could say that on repeat over and over again, that the thing drives me freaking crazy in the marketplace is watching people who are freaking gifted show up and they can't express how they do what they do. And so not only do they leave money on the table, they leave their confidence on the table. They leave the ability to like give clarity to themselves and others. So I love that. That's incredible and amazing. And I'm so excited to see that. So what would you say is the next thing that you're excited about? And by the way, one of the things that Erica mentioned, which I was cracking up about, is she was like, I'm getting all this stuff happening and I'm not even advertising yet. Like she hasn't really even like gone into that space of it. So what's the next piece that you are excited about doing based on where you're at right now?
Well, first I should probably finish the first part of the content, the program, because I am going to want to start talking about it. But literally I have been, not that I'm recommending this for anyone else, but I really haven't been active on my social media. I've been doing some stuff on Instagram stories because Instagram's where I spend most of my time, but I haven't been posting or anything because I just feel like I really want to ground into what it is. And so that's what we're working through right now is like, yeah, but like the specifics on what I do. And it's just been really cool to see, like, I have these clients like coming to me before I've even ever done that. So I'm really excited to see what happens when I like actually start doing,
Yes.
the outward facing stuff that allows people to like see what that is. And I'm also really excited about not recreating the wheel, not reinventing the wheel over and over again. Cause I feel like that was something I was doing in my business too, was like, well, today I feel like doing this. So let's see if this lands. And it's like, I don't actually want to show up on social media all day, every day, so being able to have some of those systems and, the one touch content and all of that stuff, like in place to be able to, to be focusing more on the work that I'm doing with my clients. So I'm super excited to like set the systems up that I haven't done yet. So.
Well, and everything you said is like all the things that gives me the feels, because like I don't think anyone actually wants to show up and like market nonstop. Like nobody's like, hey, I wanted to start a business to be a content creator and a marketer and a salesperson. Like nobody wanted to do that. We just somehow got into this process of like, that's what it is. I'm testing this, I'm following a trend, I'm doing this piece. And at a certain point, it's like, what am I doing? And like, I don't want to be on every platform doing all the things. I want to be able to put what I need to put out there. And I say like, create the levers, like not reinventing the wheel. Let's create the levers that we know when I do this, it creates this result. And here's how I can make it go faster, make it go slower, do whatever I need to. And to me, that's like the most powerful part of it. And for myself, even when I was going through this shift in my business, was that of knowing with predictability, cool, if I want to create this result, here's what I'm going to do. Here's the steps that I'm going to take. And I could keep it simple instead of me trying to, like you said, throw things out there and just like testing new strategies all the time. So I'm excited because your work is freaking incredible. Like, let's just stop and say that your work is incredible. Probably what I asked you on every single call is I always push you to say how, give me more how, because I think, again, it bears repeating and knowing the fact that like we can be really freaking good, but we have to be able to give the how. And I think that's what empowers you and gives you so much clarity as well. So if someone's on the fence thinking, should I work with Naz? Is the Easy Yes method a good idea for me? What would you say to them?
Yeah, absolutely. I've invested over $100,000 in business development, personal development, and I have never seen a return on this. The other thing that I love you because you're fun to work with and like you're totally like a genius, right? So I love, I get so much from us just talking on the calls and stuff that it helps me see things I can't see anyway. But I think the thing I love the most about it is that like you have poured your heart and soul and brain into everything that you're bringing to the table. None of it is like, I'm going to put this in here so it looks like this is worth the money, or you know what I mean? Like none of it is fluffy. None of it is like superfluous. It's all very structured. You never asked me what my niche was, which I appreciate because I freaking hate that word, So it's like very, very clear, and I got results I didn't think I was going to get, right? Like I didn't go into this going, well, this is going to uncover exactly what I'm meant to be doing. And I'm going to have this total shift in my business and the way that I do business. But it was structured in the way, and you're such a genius that it was like, oh no, as I'm going through this work, right? Like I'm uncovering what it is I'm really meant to be doing and tapping into all of the like magic and skills that I actually have at my fingertips that my people really need. The other thing I really love about it is I feel like in this industry, we unconsciously just start talking like each other and doing everything like each other, right? Like, so we're unconsciously becoming like vanilla carbon copies of each other. And your work is like this beautiful experience of, well, who am I really and what is my business really? Like uncover, the rainbow sherbet or the,
Yes.
mint chocolate chip, whatever color ice cream you are,
Yes.
it's like really tapping into the magic. And I think that is something that is not being done enough. And I've never experienced anything like what you're offering. So
Ugh,
if someone wants to
yeah.
ask me, my answer would be yes. What are you waiting for? Get to work.
But I love what you just said, because I think I say this on my actual sales calls where I tell people I have no intention of you being a mini version of me. Like I
Yeah.
say that and people look at me and I'm like, I'm serious. Like I have no intention of you being a mini version of me. I think that was my hardest part in business, and seeing so many people who come to me say the same thing, where that they say, I have been taught to become mini versions, copycat versions, like copy and paste, carbon, all that stuff. And again, I think that kind of removes so much of our own power and our own
Yeah.
clarity and our own emotion behind things. That is really the gold. Like you are the gold. Like that is what we want. And we want to create clarity around your message and your positioning so that you can now go into the world and share it with such passion and such ignition that it feels just second nature. So totally agree. I love that. And I appreciate you so much for sharing. So if someone wanted to learn more about the incredible Erica and this amazing dog that's
And my business partner, dude. Okay.
he's here. He's like, I wanted to tell you all about it.
Every single time. I love you too.
To the end. He's like, I'm being really nice here. So if someone wanted to learn more about you and the work that you do, where can they find you?
Instagram. Like that's where I spend all of my time. So it's erica.j.lester on Instagram. And I just love it over there. I love building community and connecting with people. So yeah.
I love it. We'll have Erica jump back into the comments and share a link so you guys can find her. But again, thank you so much for being here, Erica. And for those of you who are watching, if you are hearing this and thinking, oh my gosh, this sounds incredible, I would love to invite you to hop on to a blueprint call with me. I am a super non-pressure type of person. We'll get on this call, we'll chat about the EZS method in your business, and I'll share with you where I see the opportunities. And if I feel like it's a good fit, we'll share about what next steps it might look like, because you deserve this. You deserve to be able to have a business that feels like you tapped into something that you didn't know was there, and be able to share it with such passion and ignition. So thank you again, Erica. And again, if anyone wants to jump on that, drop blueprint or send me a DM and we'll set that up for you. And I hope you guys have an incredible day.